Hello friends, this time I've created a package that lets you create an UTM URL. Why is this important? Well, because you basically can track a specific URL for different keywords, for different, for example, campaigns that you are doing for a product, for example, and in your favorite software to track clicks of the people that arrive to your website, you can see which word, for example, is performing the best. You can see which is the best platform that is giving you the best sales of a product and a lot of things. This is a package that receives different parameters. In first place, we receive the website URL, we receive the UTM source, we receive the UTM medium, we receive the UTM campaign, the UTM content, and the UTM term. And with this parameter, which some of them are optional and some of them are required, then we create a JSON Builder node in which we basically add different keys for different inputs that we receive from the user. We create then different keys and values for each of the parameters, and then I create a JS runner node. First, I thought that I could connect to a service, to an external service, or even I could use the browse node to perform a creation of the UTM link using some site, some website. But then I realized that I could do this by myself, coding it in JavaScript. So that is what I did, so that you don't have to waste any additional credits or you don't have to create an API key. What I did was create a JavaScript code in which I basically parse the input that are the different inputs of the user, and then I called the method build UTM URL, which basically we perform different validations to validate that the user have a valid URL, a valid website URL. I perform a validation using regex. I ensure that the URL has a protocol. HTTPS is required for this to work correctly. So this is one of the things that you have to make sure about. Then I perform a different if validations to be sure that we have different parameters. We have valid parameters. Then we start building the final URL, adding the different parameters. And finally, I add each of the different mandatory or required fields, which you can see on the screen. And finally, as we have also optional parameters, we add the different optional parameters as part of the URL if there are a string with this information. If not, if we haven't this information because it is optional information, well, we don't add the information to the string. And finally, I return the final URL. So when you run the package, you have to enter valid information. For example, the UTM source, https:// for example, we're going to use youtube.com. Also, you can see that as part of the information, I have added the different. Well, I think it is. I entered the wrong information in the wrong field because we have the website URL, we have the UTM source. You can see that as part of the information, you have some hints to let you know what type of information you can add. For example, I'm going to write here Google as an example. UTM medium, you can add email, social, CPC, etc. Let's add email, for example. UTM campaign, for example, sale. UTM content, this is optional. For example, let's specify that we have a button that says buy now. UTM term, I'm going to write, for example, choose as the keyword. We don't have to select any key or profile, and then we run the package, and we can see that we have the final URL, which is a correct URL. We can check it, for example, in UTM validator website. Let's check the UTM. Okay, check URL, and we see that all the parameters are valid parameters. Okay, we have saw this information, and with this package you can add this node as part, or this package as part of your campaigns, to short different URLs that are very long. So this is a good package to track information from your different campaigns. I hope you enjoy it, and we see in the next video.